Hello, I'm Mel Goodman, and for the past 25 years or so, I've been teaching a course in international relations at Hopkins Osher, and I'll be teaching that course again this September. And of course, the course will emphasize the consequences of the war in Ukraine. I don't expect the war to be over. We're talking about the possibility of a long war with tremendous Ukrainian resistance. And the consequences are going to be international in their impact. We're going to find a much different Russian-American relationship. We're going to find greater problems in dealing with the important issues like arms control and disarmament, which requires a good dialogue between Moscow and Washington. All that will be compromised by this long war in Ukraine. And then when you look around the world, you already are seeing consequences in the energy area, particularly as Europe is facing very difficult decisions about where they're going to get gas and oil if they stop their purchases from Russia. And then there are the food problems. The fact that Ukraine and Russia are important exporters of grain, and this material, wheat, is not getting out into communities like Asia, and Middle East and Africa. We're already seeing the possibility of social protests, and we know the impact that can have on governments. Then when you look at Europe, the fact that Sweden and Finland are going to give up their so-called non-aligned or neutral status and join NATO will create a much different environment in Europe. So we'll deal with all of these things, as well as the Middle East, where the United States clearly would like to pivot and have less of a presence and less visibility and concentrate more resources on Asia, particularly in relationship to China. And that raises the issue of the important strategic triangle between China, Russia, and the United States. All of this will be affected by what's going on in Ukraine. And don't have to remind you that when you look at the events that led to World War I, where countries just did not want wider wars, but ended up in a world war, we have to be concerned about what's happening in that part of the world. So I hope you'll sign up and join us for what will be a very bumpy ride, a very bumpy semester because of the very difficult international situation.